All right, everybody. Good morning. It is December 15th, and Google Google seems to hate me, and it won't. I can't find the. There it is. I lied. I found it. I found it. Thank goodness. Um. Alrighty. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to get in here. It's Wednesday the 15th. We've got 3 days left: today, tomorrow, and Friday. Then kids are out until January 3rd. Is that right? I think that's right. Yep, Monday, January 3rd. Um, yeah, so we're almost there. And a quick note that when we get back on January 3rd, we have 2 full weeks. And that second Friday is actually the end of the quarter. So it's going to be really important to make sure you're ready to go and caught up when you come back. Not that I want you doing a bunch of work over the break, but if you have a couple things you need to catch up on, it's a good chance to do it. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Um, I'm going to watch this frame rate situation. It's going to yell at me at some point, I'm sure. The internet's been really weird all day. All right. That being said, oh boy, I think we have a lot. Maybe I didn't get rid of the ones last week. So no, I definitely. Woo. Okay, a lot of questions on the Google form. Real quick.
Mr. Flowers, come in, please.
Oops, forgot to turn the radio off. Um, a real quick note. Yesterday we sent a message out to all parents about the Cognia reaccreditation or our accreditation process. And in there's a link for some surveys, and those links are currently not working. We are working with Cognia to resolve that. So I know the original message said that they'd be open through Friday. We're going to extend that time frame as soon as we get the links sorted out. So be on the lookout for updated information about that. And yeah. Also, I've got to remember to put this on YouTube. We have a whole bunch of people that like watching this on YouTube, and I haven't updated that in a couple weeks. So somebody at the end just say, don't forget to put this on YouTube as well. Okay, that being said, if you've got questions, hit them up in the chat. I am going to start in on the Google form. All right, first thing is my daughter is technically a junior, but is slated to graduate this year, so she will be considered a senior second semester. Will she still be pulled to take the ACT in February? That's an interesting question. We do have a thing called mid-year promotions, but that isn't automatically triggered all the time. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to email your student's counselor and ask if they will be promoted mid-year to senior, because if they become a senior, then I don't think they'll take the ACT. You could also reach out to Miss Sanchez, M.A. Sanchez at WCPSS.net, and let me, or she can help walk through the roster, who's on it, and what the situation might be there. When will students get pre-ACT scores? So, pre-ACT scores are available through. We did this last week, or was that PSAT scores? PSAT results came in. Pre-ACT, I'm not sure about. Ms. Sanchez was in a meeting a minute ago. She might still be there, but let's give her a call. And find out. All right, I'll work on that. I don't know about pre-ACT scores. We took that back in October, so and I think kids will get a paper score for that. Like maybe that's what I was confusing. The PSAT scores are available online through your PSAT portal. ACT because you didn't have, or pre-ACT because sophomores didn't have to sign up; they just took it. I don't think it may be available online, but you may have to create an account, and I think you'll still get a paper score sheet back. I haven't heard or seen those yet, but we can ask again here in a little bit. When should we be looking for the parent-student info meetings for sophomores interested in the IB program next year? This is an outstanding question. We have started putting that information in the weekly message, and I am actually right now going to go dig around and find that link. So for those of you who aren't quite sure what all that means, sophomores have the opportunity this year to decide if they are going to join the diploma program for their junior and senior year. Part of joining the diploma program is meeting with Mr. Barron in a small group meeting to get some information on that. Small group meetings for diploma program IB. I'm putting a link in the chat now. That seems like a really long link. Huh. Here's the sign up. Oh. I don't love how long this link is, but if that one doesn't work. Oh, no, that one seems to have worked in the chat. So we'll leave it. If you need it, let me know. We ordered a junior shirt, but in Virtual Academy. Who do I contact to pick it up? You're going to want to email. Actually, I think you're going to want to email Miss Delp about those shirts. Unless Miss Miller's getting the info. But Miss Delp has all of them in her room. So we'll just need to pull that one and have it for you at guest services would be my best guess. It's a good question. So anyway, parent-student info meetings for sophomores, that information is in the chat now. Also look in the weekly message. It will be in there again this week. If you're not getting the weekly message, for whatever reason, feel free to email me and we can sort out all the settings and make sure you are there getting it. The weekly newsletter said we can drop Christmas trees off outside the fence for the goats to nibble on. What fence? What road is the fence on? And what time frame are we talking about? This is a great question. Okay, so the goats are in a penned area between the mobile units in the back of the school and the baseball field. So if you're going to drop your Christmas tree off, what you'll do is, and please do not put it inside the fence where the goats are. Please leave it outside because we've got to go through and make sure that ornaments and tinsel and unedible things are off of the tree. You're going to come into the main parking lot. If you come in from Spring Forest, you're going to come down the side of the building between the gym and the football field. You'll go past the tennis courts. You'll see the activity buses on the left. And there will be a fence straight in front of you, and that is where the goats live. And you can just leave it right there. If you drive by in the next couple days, there's still a bunch of pumpkins outside the fence, and you'll know that's sort of the area. If you come in from Johnsdale, you'll come in around the baseball field, and before you turn left at the activity buses, the goats are right there on the right before you go around the back of the building. Right on. That's awesome. I'm excited about that question. The goats are excited about that question, too. Is there a date set for prom? Yes, there is. I know it, but I'm going to double check because I don't want to mess it up here on the show. It's in April. No, don't give me a new tour, Google. Just let me do my job for a minute. April 23rd is prom. It will not be at 7 p.m. It says 7 p.m. here. It's going to be 8 to 11. Change that right now. Because it's on a Saturday, we bumped it up a little bit. Normally we run at 9 to midnight because by the time kids get out of school, get ready, go to dinner, it's kind of late. And so because it's on a Saturday and kids will have all day, we have bumped that from 9 p.m. start to an 8 p.m. start. Also, hopefully that makes pictures. Pictures should be right in the pocket. So yeah, that's prom. We're doing it April 23rd. My daughter was out sick for 2 days last week. I've emailed Miss Cooper, but they're still showing unexcused. Do I need to do anything else to get them excused? No, Miss Cooper will probably get to it. You could also email your counselor and administrator just in case, and they can either fix that or contact Miss Cooper to verify. So yeah, I would email your counselor and administrator and just keep on the loop. Ms. Cooper is amazing, but also gets, 70 of those emails a day right now. It's a lot. She's supposed to take a break. We're like, hey, you have to take a break now. And she's just plowing through requests all the time. Where does a student take an absence note when they return to school? They can hand it to Miss Cooper through the window at guest services, or, and this is my recommendation, when they come in the front doors of the school, there's a brick wall immediately on the left before you get to the media center. And in that brick wall is the old book return slot. And I'll work on getting a bigger, better sign down there. So there's absence notes here. But yeah, if they put it in the slot, then Miss Cooper will get it. And then they don't have to like wait in line and be late to class. So that would certainly be our recommendation, is to drop it in there. And then again, if you have questions, email your counselor and administrator. All right, that's it for the Google Sheet. Let me color code these so I don't duplicate. And we'll check. Where is Prom? Prom is at Northridge Country Club, right up Falls of Noose here. We've been fortunate to work with them for a number of years because, to be quite honest, one, it's nice that they're close, but two, there's not that many venues that can house us as a school as big as we are. So, yeah, we're fortunate to continue working with them. You will get an awful lot of information from me in the spring when it comes to transportation, BAC testing. We do test blood alcohol breathalyzer tests randomly upon entrance. And when I say randomly, I mean randomly. And the way that works is every prom ticket we sell has a serial number on it. And then the afternoon before prom, so Friday, April 22nd, once we're done selling tickets, because you cannot buy tickets at the door, you have to have bought your tickets ahead of time. And they might not be available on Friday. Thursday might be the last day. I don't know those details. But whenever the last day is, after that happens, basically we use a random number generator to generate a number between 1 and 10. And that tells us what interval we're measuring at. If it's 1 or 3, we'll probably do 4 to 10, because if we breathalyzed every third kid, it would take forever to get everybody in. But we pick a number between 1 and 10, and that tells us the number that we start on as well as the interval of students. So if it's an 8, we start on number 8, and we do every 8th student. We just highlight the name on the ticket roster, and then when that student with that ticket checks in, we have a little breathalyzer section off to the right-hand side. We'll also be greeting anybody who takes chartered transportation, so limos, buses, things like that. They will get a hello from me on their way in. And then, there's just a lot. Well, kids who park, kids who drive themselves, we'll talk about parking, where to park and where not to park. We will talk to all the charter transportation folks about how they need to enter instead of coming in the main drive. We have a longer place for them to come in so that I can greet them and say hello. Yeah, I think that's about it. But it'll be good. It'll be nice to have kids back doing that thing. There's a million details we don't have yet. We don't know what the safety protocols are going to be. We don't know any of that. And there's a chance that it all just evaporates. If we've learned anything in the last 18 years, nothing is solid until it happens. That being said, we're excited to be planning for it for the first time in 2 years. 3 years? Yeah. 2019 was the last prom that we had, so 2022 will be the third year. All right. That's all I'm seeing here in the chat, and that's all from the Google form. So if you have any questions, I'm going to do a last call for questions. Is there Winterfest? Yes. We're currently, I think Winterfest auditions are happening now. We do have Winterfest scheduled. We're working on the calendar for how that'll happen. That's a performance that happens during the day. And then there is Winter Bash, which is a dance in early spring. Usually it's like the semi-formal for freshmen and sophomores who don't usually go to the prom. We will have much more information about that when we get back in January. That's an on-site dance. That's not anywhere else. We just have it here. Prom is juniors and seniors. Sometimes juniors and seniors invite guests who are younger, so there definitely are. I love my band kids, right? Like I get that. Band kids always end up with these weird like freshman, senior, freshman, junior relationships, and so you end up with a bunch of band freshmen and sophomores at the prom. which is kind of how it goes. But that does happen. Where are they holding the movie night? The movie night is in the auditorium. I believe that's this evening, and I believe it's Home Alone, which is a classic. And I was really disappointed when my 5-year-old was like, I don't want to watch this. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yeah, great questions. Thanks for coming to the Coral. Of course, it was good. I have been fortunate. I got to go to both band and chorus, and I get to go to dance on Friday. I'm super heartbroken I didn't get to go to orchestra, but it's hard to be here until 8 or 9, 2 or 3 nights a week right now, and so I had athletic duty a different night that week, and couldn't. I had to do band and athletics, so I couldn't be at the orchestra concert. But yeah, it's the first year in a long time I've gotten to see almost all of the winter performances for the arts. Eddie Adams is, I don't know how he does it, 17 pieces of music across 4 ensembles, having not had a concert in 2 years. I mean, unbelievable. So, yes. I was also impressed with orchestra with the videos that I saw. I'm super excited for what Mr. Hathcock has going on with them. If anybody, if you didn't know, Mr. Hathcock is our new strings teacher. He's been here as our music production teacher for some time. We have this cool music production program where kids can learn what they hear on the radio, and they work on MacBooks in Logic Pro X. And just a shout out, we got a really rad grant last year through VH1 and Song Farm, and they've given us about $80,000 worth of equipment. And they've paired us with a songwriter. His name's Jimmy Robbins. If you, Jason Aldean's "When the Lights Go Down," when the lights go up, when the lights go off, when the lights go down. I don't know the name of the song. Not a huge country listener, sorry. But I do know Maren Morris, The Bones. He wrote both of those songs. He's got a bunch of other ones. I think in 2018 he had 4 separate #1 songs with 4 separate artists, which is sort of what put him on the map. But anyway, it's super rad. If your kid's interested in music at all, please let me know. I don't need to keep talking about that, but I do. That program is particularly special to me. Can you provide information about jazz band being 2 groups and the supervision for the additional group? Yes, I can. So we have 2 groups. We had so many kids interested in jazz, and in January, Mr. Hathcock is also actually taking over leading the second band. I actually got to run the second band rehearsal yesterday. Credit to the kids in that group who have been working on their own and reaching out to me to see if I was available to help. Right now, Mr. Payne's running back and forth trying to make sure everybody has what they need to continue growing the jazz offering here. It's really nice to see. And yeah, so really right now it's Mr. Payne being spread really thin, and then in January, once Mr. Hathcock comes on board full time for the second group, it'll be like a regular rehearsal. They'll each have their own conductor. So yeah, cool deal. I'm gonna go ahead and call it for all of us. We did a lot of talking about arts. Shout out to the athletic programs as well, who had an unreal fall season. We've had some state division winners with the cheerleaders. We've had some state champions with the gymnastics team. Football gave us a great run. It's the stories that people tell about their high school days for years to come. So shout out to that whole crew. And now we're in winter season. I've been fortunate to go to 3 or 4 of the girls' games already. And so I'm just excited that we're sort of back doing this thing. Is there a in-person IB parent meeting this morning? Oh boy. I don't think so. I feel like Barron would have told me that. Let me... Barron... Yo, you got a meeting this morning? Boop, 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 boop. Is he on this list? Because, of course not. Yep, he is. 2 and 4. Let's see if he's here. Hey, do you have is there an in-person IB parent meeting this morning? Yes, at 9 o'clock. Yes, at 9 o'clock. We're on Facebook and somebody asked, so I just wanted to double check. No, you're good. Yes. So there is a meeting at 9. If you registered in the thing, do you happen to know if this meeting is full? Like if somebody didn't register, but they have it on their calendar? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, correct. Got it. I will go over that. Okay, cool. Okay, you got it. Bye. Alrighty. So Mr. Barron has said there is a meeting, and it's for 10th graders. So this is what's important, right? There's an in-person meeting, like we were talking about earlier, for 10th grade students. It's for parents and students. You got to have each there, and that's at 9 a.m. in the media center today. If you did not sign up, come on. It's just fine. He said there's plenty of room today. If you're watching this later, do try and sign up. Mr. Barron likes to make sure that he can address questions and connect with everybody who's there. So, the IB meeting is for sophomores who are interested in potentially moving into the diploma program for 11th and 12th grade. So the diploma program it's a program that speaks for a certain number of classes in a certain way that students complete over their 11th and 12th grade year. No, you're just fine. So yes, if you've got a sophomore and you're evaluating joining the program, there is a meeting at 9. If it's on your calendar, feel free to come. If not, we've got more. The link is up in the chat somewhere. Alrighty. I hope everybody has a great week, a wonderful couple of weeks. I'm not doing this next week. I love you all, and it's a work day, so I'll be here doing work, but I'm going to clean my office finally because it's been a year and a half. Have a great couple weeks. If you need anything, as always, email your counselor and administrator. We are here. Most admin are going to be here Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday next week. Counselors won't be. Teachers won't be. Teachers will be working Monday, Tuesday, but a lot of people are going to take leave to just have the break. And remember, when we get back, 2 weeks to the end of the semester. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Yes, be safe out there. We'll see everybody. We're doing that thing. Cliche. We'll see you next year.